Looks uncomfortable.
It gets kind of itchy.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 funniest Spider-Man movie moments. For this list, we're looking at the most hysterical scenes from the webhead's animated and live-action films. Since we'll only be looking at moments from movies where Spider-Man is the main character, we won't have anything from events like Captain America: Civil War. If you haven't watched every Wallcrawler movie, your spoiler sense may start tingling.
You have a metal arm? That is awesome, dude!
Which Spider-Man movie moment always makes you laugh? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. A hilariously healthy jump. Spider-Man 2. Although Peter is a bona fide superhero, he still struggles to get places on time.
Pizza time.
You're late. One of his funniest moments, ironically, comes when he's ahead of schedule. While making his way to MJ's play, a group of criminals in a runaway car nearly runs Peter over. He instinctively uses his great reflexes and strength to effortlessly leap over the vehicle. Since Peter's out of costume, a pair of kids who saw the incident wondered how his jump was possible. This leads to a hysterical conversation about vegetables.
How'd you do that?
Work out, plenty of rest. You know, eat your green vegetables.
That's what my mom is always saying. I just never actually believed her.
We hope these kids and anyone else they told on the playground were inspired to eat less pizza and more broccoli. But even if they didn't, we're glad Peter delivered his humorous and healthy advice.
Pizza time.
You're late. Number 9. Captain America's PSA. Spider-Man: Homecoming. When Peter got detention, he was surprisingly greeted by a familiar face. Captain America's cheesy advice instantly put a smile on our faces.
You know what you did was wrong. The question is, how are you going to make things right? Maybe you were trying to be cool. But take it from a guy who's been frozen for 65 years. The only way to really be cool is to follow the rules.
Steve's outdated slang, criminally bad puns, and poses are all perfect. And we're only talking about one of the funny videos we see throughout the movie.
Today, my good friend, your gym teacher, will be conducting the Captain America Fitness Challenge.
Thank you, Captain.
Thanks to an incredible performance from Chris Evans, Cap looks and sounds like an amateur actor every time. His PSA scenes became so popular among fans that it inspired a viral meme. Who knew that we would be so amused by a superhero's appearances in a lame video series?
And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?
Number 8. Cleaning the Chimney. The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Peter, honey, can I come in?
No!
After Andrew Garfield Spider-Man heroically swings to save people from a fire, his aunt comes to check in on him. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough time to clean up or remove his suit. We couldn't help but laugh as he desperately tries to keep his aunt from discovering his secret. But after accidentally opening the door, he improvises a hilariously bad excuse for his dirty face.
What happened to your face? It's filthy.
It is?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I was cleaning the chimney.
We have no chimney.
What?
Both actors have great comedic timing and excellent facial expressions. Fortunately for us, Peter's terrible chimney explanation wouldn't be the last great exchange he'd have with his aunt.
Last time you did the laundry, you turned everything blue and red.
That was
so
a mistake.
Yeah.
'Cause I was washing the American flag. Can I please
No one washes a flag.
Number 7. Fury Interrupted. Spider-Man: Far From Home.
So good to finally meet you. I saw you at the funeral, but I didn't think that was a good time to exchange numbers.
No, that would have been really inappropriate.
That's what I just said.
Nick Fury is one of the most serious characters in the MCU. So we knew pairing a shapeshifter mimicking the no-nonsense man with Tom Holland's lighthearted Peter would lead to comedic gold. The first time the two meet in the film, fake Fury says hello by knocking Peter's friend Ned out with a tranquilizer dart. But the spy and the young Avenger still have to deal with distractions.
A village was destroyed by what may well be another world-threatening...
Are you still awake? You're not answering any of my texts.
He's asleep, Betty.
Oh, already?
Every time the false Fury starts to delve into important mission details, one of Peter's allies interrupts. We can feel the spy's frustration radiating through the screen every time someone cuts in. Kudos to the shapeshifting Talos for portraying Fury so well. During this uproarious scene, we were really worried Fury's head would explode from his building rage.
That's why it's imperative.
Hey boys, so that canal water today was filled with dangerous bacteria.
Another person touches that door, you and I are going to attend another funeral.
Number 6. Peter Parker has a great fall. Spider-Man 2.
Strong focus on what I want.
During Spider-Man 2, Peter's powers become unreliable when he begins doubting whether he should be a superhero. But after some self-reflection and at least one hot dog, he decides to restart his heroic career. Peter finally finds the strength and courage to leap across buildings again in a satisfying scene with triumphant music. But the dramatic score instantly cuts away when he realizes that he underestimated his jump. Although Peter's fall looks painful, we laughed because we were at least 90% sure he'd survive it. Unfortunately for him, his back was never quite the same after his incident.
My back! Oh, my back!
Number 5. Watching the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man work. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Hey, buddy. Oh! Shouldn't steal cars, it's bad. It's my car, dumbass!
Hey, shut that up!
If you ever wondered what Spider-Man does in the city when he's not fighting supervillains, this hysterical montage has got you covered. The costumed hero stops a bike thief, chows down on food, and occasionally falls while swinging. Seeing a fully dressed Spider-Man doing incredibly mundane things is consistently funny. And as an added bonus, Stan Lee shows up during the scene to give one of his funniest cameos in the MCU.
Don't make me come down there, you punk!
Hey, Gary! How you doing?
Marjorie, how are you? How's your mother?
We could watch an entire movie that just featured Tom Holland bantering with random New York natives. Although the stakes wouldn't be as high as other superhero flicks, we're sure this Spider-Man would keep us thoroughly entertained.
Hey! You're that Spider guy on YouTube, right? Call me Spider-Man! Okay, Spider-Man! Don't flip! Yeah!
Number 4. Miles meets 3 Spider People. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. The first Peter Parker montage we saw cleverly made fun of infamous Spider-Man moments and had some great visual gags.
Did a Christmas album. I have an excellent theme song and a so-so popsicle.
But the most hilarious character introductions came when Miles entered a secret base. The overly dramatic Spider-Man Noir, the energetic Penny Parker, and the zany Spider Ham each make themselves known in quirky ways. During their stories, we get a ton of comical scenes and a couple of fourth wall breaks.
Hey, fellas.
Is he in black and white?
Where's that wind coming from? We're in a basement.
Wherever I go, the wind follows.
This scene is so packed with great lines and gags that there's no way you'll catch all the jokes in one viewing. Thanks to an excellent script, this side-splitting introduction scene is the gift that keeps on giving.
So, how did you get here?
Well, it's kind of a long story. Maybe not that long.
Number 3. Spider-Man confronts a car thief. The Amazing Spider-Man.
You know, in the future, if you're gonna steal cars, don't dress like a car thief, man.
What are you a cop?
Really?
Before Garfield's Spider-Man was focused on saving lives, he was being extremely petty to a petty car thief. As the criminal awkwardly tries to get away, he's constantly pelted with witty insults. But the thief doesn't find much luck when he stands his ground either. Peter's response to the criminal's knife is one of the funniest live-action Spider-Man quips of all time.
Just let me go.
Is that a knife? Is that a real knife?
Yes, it's a real knife.
My weakness, it's small knives.
And after that mic drop of a line, Peter keeps giving great physical humor and more fantastic dialogue. We almost feel bad for the thief that has to deal with being heckled and detained at the same time. At least the sudden arrival of a police officer gave him some relief while providing us with more hilarity.
Freeze!
He's not
You and the
going
Titans
anywhere.
don't move!
You serious?
Who are you?
No one seems to grasp the concept of the mask.
Number 2. 2 Spider-Man point out a meme. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. A scene from the 1960s Spider-Man show where a costumed imposter points at Spider-Man became a huge meme decades later.
That man's an imposter! That man is the imposter! There can't be two Spider-Men.
Fortunately, the Into the Spider-Verse writers were well aware of the internet's love for that moment. During the post-credit scene, Miguel O'Hara's Spider-Man jumps across the multiverse. He ends up dropping right in front of the 60s webhead.
I'm Spider-Man. I need you to come with me.
Who the heck are you?
I just told you that. Listen, I'm from the future.
How dare you point at me?
The retro animation, J. Jonah Jameson cameo, and dialogue would have all been enough to make this encounter iconic. But the fact that the writers ended an already great film by pointing at what fans wanted really made this meeting priceless. While it wouldn't be the last time a Spider-Man movie acknowledged internet culture, Spider-Verse still has one of the best meme references yet.
I'm just pointing at your pointing,
Look at your
which is
finger
different
right
than
now. What is
normal
it doing?
pointing.
You are pointing
You
at
haven't
me.
seen
You're
pointing
accusing
until I
me
get
of
through with
pointing
you, and then
while
you'll
you're...
know.
Before we swing on over to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Ned discovers his best friend is Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming. The reveal leads to a series of progressively funny moments.
I'm not. You were on the ceiling.
No, I wasn't. Ned, what are you doing in my room?
Man, let me in. You said we're gonna finish a Death Star.
You can't just bust into my room.
That turkey meatloaf recipe is a disaster.
Escaping Alchemax. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. An attempt at a subtle escape goes hilariously wrong for two Spider-Men.
Act super normal.
Spider-Man?
You know, that's funny. I get that a lot.
Hey.
Stan Lee's librarian cameo, The Amazing Spider-Man. It's hysterical how he misses a huge battle behind him. Peter's video blog, Spider-Man Homecoming. If you missed Civil War, this funny recap might help.
Okay, so the craziest thing just happened, right? I started a fight with Captain America and I stole his shield and I threw it at him. What the hell? He's big now. I gotta go. Hang on.
Norman says he's a scientist. Spider-Man No Way Home. Fans fell out of their seats when Dafoe brought a meme-worthy line into a new movie.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Emo Spider-Man Dance, Spider-Man 3. Could we say that Tobey Maguire's solo dance routine is the greatest comedic scene of the 21st century? Because if we did, we'd definitely be lying. As much as we enjoyed Emo Peter's routine, he needs to move out of the way to make room for our real top pick.
Now dig on this.
Number 1. A casual chat between 3 Spider-Men. Spider-Man No Way Home. Thanks to a spell gone wrong, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire got to talk while playing their respective versions of Peter Parker. Their amazing chat starts with Maguire's Peter mentioning his back problems. Holland keeps the conversation going by asking everyone to name the most fearsome villains and aliens they fought.
Magic with a kick. Magic with a...
Insect.
Initially, Garfield's Peter is upset that his wildest foe was a dude in a rhino suit.
On behalf of the fine people of New York City and real rhinos everywhere, I ask you to put your mechanized paws in the air.
But he perks up after Maguire gives him a kind and humorous pep talk. By the end of the trio's conversation, we got nods to memes, references to past movies, and a few jokes about Maguire's organic webs. This meeting's sheer variety and numerous laugh-out-loud moments made it the funniest webhead movie scene yet. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.